What's up, everybody? Today I'm gonna be showing you guys how to properly cape out a deer so that you can get it back home to your taxidermist, and they won't be mad at you the whole time that they're working on your deer getting it mounted for you. So as a lot of people know, or if you don't know, chronic wasting disease, or CWD as most people call it, you're not allowed to bring a uncaped deer head or boned meat back into certain states. You're only allowed to bring in just the hide and the skull cap or unboned meat into certain states, and that's something that you're going to need to check on state to state and just make sure your rules and regulations are up to date, because this is a pretty big deal, guys, and without you and I, we'll never get this under control, and we don't want it here in states that don't have it. So we're going to get this going, and I'm going to show you guys how to properly cape it out so that your taxidermist is happy with you and you don't hack it up and we don't got to find you guys another cape. Alright, so here's the tools that you're going to need to get your deer caped out. You're going to need a box of these, and you can get these on Amazon for like 9 or 10 bucks. And with that box comes a handle that connects to the blades. You're going to need a flat screwdriver and a measuring tape so that you can measure the deer and your taxidermist knows what he's working with. Alright, so the first thing you want to do before you start caping out anything or cutting on anything is you're going to want to get a proper measurement on the deer, and you're going to have to get an eye to the tip of the nose measurement. So you're going to start right here at the tip of the eye, and you're going to go right here to the tip of the nose. So this one is a 7-inch nose to eye measurement. Then you're going to come down here to the base of the neck, right underneath the ears. You want to get it tied up against the ears, and you're going to come here, pull it tight. You want to pull it just a little tight because the actual measurement you're looking for is the meat without the hair. So pull a little tight. You got I don't know if you guys can see that. That is going to be a 16-inch around the neck. Alright, so this right here is probably the most important part of starting the process. So I've seen a lot of crazy things, but what most taxidermists go by is it's a V. You want to come from each antler base and come down to a V. And there's a black line you'll usually be able to see, and that you'll just follow that and then come down. I usually only go down about 3 or 4 inches. A lot of taxidermists go all the way down the back, but I don't like sewing that much, so I just do a couple inches. It's a little more work, but it makes the end product look a whole lot better at the end of the day. So what you're going to want to do, you're just going to come here, start right there. That same thing on this side. Get your V there. Let's make sure you're staying in the same cut the whole time. Peel that up just a little bit, and then cut down. That's about as far as I go. Alright, so then what you're going to want to do is you're just going to want to kind of work it around. You want to be careful. The less holes that you have in your cape, the happier your taxidermist is going to be, and the better your mount is going to look. Just want to skin that down. Same thing on this side. Alright, this part is a little tricky, and you got to be careful because you can stab yourself with a screwdriver, and trust me, it hurts. So what you're going to want to do is just take this right underneath the burr and slowly work around. You can see it's actually spreading that piece right out from the antler base there. And you might have to take your scalpel every once in a while and just kind of work that skin back. A little bit. Gotta see that from the front angle. Alright, so after you get that done, this is what it's gonna look like. There's not gonna be any hair left up here. It's just gonna be a nice clean edge over here, and that's what it's gonna look like. Alright, the next thing you're gonna wanna do is just start taking your scalpel and just slowly going around the edge of the lips and just start working it on down like you're skinning a deer. You don't wanna get any holes in your cape, so just be extra careful. Take your time. Just slowly go around everything. Same thing on the bottom lips. Slowly go around, make no holes. Alright, so this is what you're going to be left with when you're done. All the way, and then you just want to cut right around here and on the back side here with a sawzall, and you'll just be left with the skull, the horns, and your cape. Now when you're bringing this cape home, you want to put it in a garbage bag, put it on ice, or freeze it is the best thing to do. But if you do not have access to a freezer at the time, get it on ice and keep the water off of it, because the water creates bacteria. Bacteria makes the hair fall out. Cape's no good. So cold and dry. There you have it, guys.